All right, New York Knicks fans, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Knicks sports talk and entertainment. Oh, it's nice to win 2 in a row after those losses. We had a lot of losses in a row, didn't we? There, we had a lot of fans that were ready to jump off the ledge again, because when you drop games to Oklahoma City, Denver, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Cleveland, you're like, oh no, the pendulum is swinging the other way again. We suck again. And that's the problem. The Knicks have been bad for so long that any glimmer of hope, and Knicks fans just take it to the extreme. We're going to go to the playoffs. But we're not there yet. We might be. I think Coach Tibbs has got the team focused again. I think, with such a young team, you are going to go through – we're going to go through these spurts. We're going to look like world beaters for, a couple games, couple weeks, and then we're going to look like we're the Knicks from last year. And that's just the way it is. You have a very young roster adjusting to a new head coach. You have many pieces that you are trying to form together that sometimes are not going to gel. And what we need to do as fans is we need to take a step back and relax and just say, okay, here's the situation that we're in. We're going to have these players where they're going to have some good games. They're going to have some bad games. They're going to look like these players. Some of these players are going to look like world beaters one night. Some of these rookies are going to look like they can't throw the ball in the ocean. But we need to understand as an organization and as a fan base that that's going to happen with this type of team. Now, my problem is right now everyone is sitting there with Quickley and like, we need to move him into the starting lineup. We need to have him show what he can do. And then he'll go out and have a great first half like the other day, and then he'll kind of go into the tank. And then he'll have a couple good games in a row, and then all of a sudden he will again not be able, not be able to hit waterfall if he fell out of a boat. And that's going to happen because he is learning to be an NBA player. And the problem is right now with the Knicks, they're not sure exactly what they are. Are they a good team on the verge? Are they an okay team on the verge of being good? Or are they still a bad team who is on the verge of being okay? That's why Peyton is playing as much as he does at the point guard position, because Peyton is a professional point guard. When we win, if you notice, it's usually Peyton that has a good game. Not a fantastic game. He's not putting up 28 points and 15 assists and 6 rebounds, but he's distributing the ball. He's attacking the rim. He's being able to focus the offense and put players in the right position so they can score. And that's why they rely more on Peyton than they do Quickley. Now, Quickley, I'm not saying he's a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Right now, he shows flashes. He can score in bunches. If there's any old-timers out there like myself, he reminds me of Vinnie Johnson from the old Detroit Pistons days when they called him microwave, because he would just come in and heat up and just score and just keep scoring points. And that's what Quickley reminds me. But I think we need to keep him on the bench for right now, because I like the energy that he brings when he comes off the bench. But to the point, you need to remember that he is still a rookie, and he is going to, for all the times he's going to put up 23 points in a game in a short amount of time, he's also going to have a game where he's going to go 2 for 10. So we need to just make sure that we understand that he needs to build consistency. And the idea of just putting him in, Tibbs is smart. Tibbs understands, I'm going to play the hot hand. And if Quickley has the hot hand that night, he is going to play Quickley. If he is not, he's going to go to Peyton, or he's going to go to Austin Rivers. The problem with the Knicks, and this is the biggest issue right now, we do not have the point guard. And I've said this before. We've said this. Everyone said this. We don't need an all-star point guard. We need a really good point guard. If we had a really good point guard on this team, we would probably be winning more than we are, and we potentially could be competing for like the 7th or 8th spot in the playoffs. But the problem is our point guard play is so erratic because of the fact that we're wrong. We have Nia Aquino, we have Smith, we have Peyton, we have Rivers, we have Quickley. We're just putting so many different guys in there because we're going to have to play the hot hand every night. But if we had a consistent point guard play, we would probably be a lot better than we are right now. Just one quick question. Someone asked me about the Brooklyn Nets and the Harden trade. What I'm going to say about the Harden trade is they gave up a ton of assets. So this better pay off within the next 2 years, and it doesn't fix the problems that they have. They still need a defensive wing. They still need a rebounder. It doesn't fix the problems. All they did was give away talent for a very talented player who does not fix the issues they already had on the roster. And that's really all I'm going to say about that. One thing I want to talk about real quickly is RJ Barrett. And I've talked about RJ before. RJ is going to be, and I've said this, RJ is going to be he's going to drive fans nuts because his shooting some nights is going to be erratic. He's going to miss his 3-pointers. He's going to get to the charity stripe and miss. He's going to look like he doesn't belong one day, and then he's going to have 5 games in a row where he's just scoring in bunches. The problem with RJ is people don't look at the fact that he does so many other things besides scoring. Everyone wants him to score because you draft him where we did. You want him to be that player, but people aren't looking at the fact that he'll pull down 8, 9, 10 rebounds a night. He'll give you a couple steals. He'll distribute the ball. His lowest assist total is 1, but then he's had like 5, 4, 4, 2, 3, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 3, 3, 4. He does other things. He's been limiting his turnovers. He had a bad turnover game against Boston. He had 4. But beyond that, he was averaging maybe about 2 turnovers a night, if not less than that. So he does other things well besides scoring. Yes, he's going to look horrid from the 3-point line. He's going to stand behind the 3-point line and be like, you're going to be like, don't shoot. But if you even take a look at the Orlando game, he went 0 for 3 for 3-pointers. He was only 9 for 9. People are like, well, he had such a great game. He was only 9 for 19. Yeah, but he scored 22 points, though. But he also had 10 rebounds and 4 assists. And he also threw in a block. He hit all of the, he hit everything from the charity stripe. And that's what he needs to do, and that's what he's going to be. He's better at attacking the basket and being closer to the rim. He can still work on consistency with his jump shot and get better at it. But he reminds me a lot of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons does a lot of things well. He rebounds. He can distribute the ball, but he still can't shoot. He still can't shoot from 6 feet away. And that was always mine and everyone else's take. Ben Simmons coming out of college, he's got to build a consistent jump shot, and he just can't shoot. That's fine, but he does so many other things well. And comparing RJ Barrett to Ben Simmons, and I know Ben Simmons is a better distributor of the ball and everything else. He's better assisting. But RJ is playing better defense at times. He can rebound. He can get you the assists, and then all of a sudden he can turn around and get you, give you the points that he needs from that position. Sort of like Ben Simmons. The only difference is, Ben's got Joel Embiid sitting there, so it in the middle, and we have Mitchell Robinson. I mean, if we put RJ in the same situation as Ben, I think RJ would have even better stats. I'm not saying right now he's a better player than Ben Simmons, but I'm saying they are very similar. And people are going to be like, well, they don't always play the same position. Yeah, I understand that. But the problem is I'm talking about in reference to basketball talent and basketball IQ. RJ is a very smart player. He's going to figure it out. He is not going to be that guy that consistently puts up 30, but he is going to be that guy that if he's having an off night shooting, he's still going to give you things. He's still going to give you, like a good example was the Charlotte game. He went 5 for 18. He missed all 5 of his 3-pointers. He only hit 1 free throw. But you know what? He still had 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and only 1 turnover. So he did other things in the game, and that's what we need to look at, and that's why we just need to have more patience with RJ, because he is really going to turn it around. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giant sports talk entertainment. I just did a Giant video the other day. But again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing New York sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you can subscribe, if you can ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.